Hi folks, welcome back to MetaBox Tutorials. Today, we'll walk you through a useful way of displaying dynamic, personalized data for users on your website with MetaBox. In this tutorial, I'll take an example of displaying sales representative information of who is responsible for the current user, client, who has logged in their account already. Each client has their own sales representative. So different clients logged in their account will see different sales information. This can be super useful to help your client reach out to the account manager easier. In the same way, we can design any kind of personalized content following this way. Each client or customer already has their own account. They can log in and look at personalized content that is designated for each one of them separately. In this case, information of the sales representative, also known as account manager, is that kind of designated content. The sales information will be saved in custom fields and posts of a custom post type. Then, we will set a relationship between sales and client accounts. Let's take a look at the necessary tools and detailed steps to do it. First, we need the MetaBox plugin to have a framework to create a custom post type, custom fields, and relationships. You can download it directly from WordPress.org. Also, you may need some advanced features from some extensions of MetaBox, so you can install them separately or use MetaBox all-in-one to get everything bundled together. Here are the extensions you might need. You can use MB admin columns, display columns in the dashboard for clients and sales representatives, making it easier to manage and view relationships. MB custom post type to create a custom post type for the sales reps. MB relationships to create a relationship between the sales reps and the users. MetaBox Builder to have a UI on the back end to create custom fields to save the details of the sales rep visually. It also provides the UI to create the relationship in an intuitive way. The last one is MB Views. It helps create a view to display dynamic specific data for users if you don't want to add code directly to the theme. Now, let's go step by step. Go to MetaBox to create a new custom post type specifically for the sales representatives. This will help us manage each sales rep's information separately and more effectively within a single post editor. After publishing, you'll see the created custom post type here. Instead of inputting all the information about each sales representative into the post content, we should use custom fields to store them. Then we can style each one easier. Now, go to MetaBox, Custom Fields, just add fields one by one corresponding to the kind of content. You absolutely can add additional fields for any related details as you want. Once creating all the fields, move to the Settings tab, set the location as post type, and select the sales rep to apply the fields to it. Now, in any post editor, you will see the custom fields displayed. Just input content there. Here are some posts I have created and filled out information about. I mean, each post also is a sales representative. I want to assign them to clients. When a client, also a user, logs in, they can view detailed information about the sales representative assigned to them. As I mentioned earlier, we need to create a connection between the user and the sales rep using the relationship feature in MetaBox. So go to MetaBox Relationships to create the relationships between two of these objects. We have the from and to sections with the same structure of settings. Because MetaBox supports bidirectional relationship, so these two sections are just for separate two objects to connect. The order will be not matter. Here, I set the sales rep in the from section, and the rest is the user. Starting with the from section, set the object type as post because we're working with the sales rep post type. In the post type option, choose the post type you want to create a relationship. In this case, sales representative. Pay heed to this box. It's available when you activate the MB Admin Columns extension. When you check this option, there'll be a column in the dashboard to show which users are related to the post of a sales rep like this. This makes it easier to see the connection between each sales rep and their assigned users directly from the backend. In the Field tab, you can set the label for the relationship section that appears in the post editor. There will be a box at the right sidebar to choose which user is related to the current post in the sales rep post type. And this is the label that we named. Here, I set the number to 1 so that you can select just one user in this section. However, in a real scenario, you can enter the number you want to adjust the number of users selected. Continuing the to section in the same way. Set the object type as user because it's time for the user. Also use this option to have a column in the user profile to show which sales rep is related to each user like this. And other settings are similar when we did with the from section. After publishing, go to any user profile or post editor. You can see a corresponding section here. You can fill in the information from either the user profile or the post editor. Since the relationship is bidirectional, whichever option you choose to link the sales rep, the corresponding field will automatically be updated on the other side as well. You will see the related information shown as admin columns like this. As mentioned earlier, I'm providing two methods to display the sales rep information for the current user, both achieving the same result. Each method involves using code. I still show both these ways, and then you can experiment yourself to decide which one works best for you. Start by navigating to MetaBox, Views, and create a new view for displaying the sales rep information. In the Template tab, we can insert some lines of code. The first one is to check whether the current user is logged in or not. If they are, the following code will be executed. It also means that only the one logged in their account can see the sales representative. Next, set the variable to stipulate that querying only posts that input to the relationship that has this ID, also for the current user only. These posts absolutely should belong to a specific post type. This is to get the list of matching posts and save it to this variable. After that, if there is more than one sales representative who takes care of the current client, this loop processes them one by one and displays them all. These lines of code are used to display the sales rep's information. Particularly, these are basic information stored in usual posts, such as the sales rep's name from the post title and their avatar from the post thumbnail. Also, these are to get the extra information saved in MetaBox custom fields. They are phone, email, years of experience, language, and working motto. These are the corresponding ID of each custom field. Now, just move to the Settings section of the view. Set the type as singular. Choose the location as the post type where you want the sales rep information display. As well, you can choose a suitable position for the data of the sales rep on the page. All the sales rep information will be displayed here. However, some additional styling is required to enhance its visual appeal. Back to the View Editor. In the CSS tab, add some code for styling. Now, let's check the front end to see the final result. The sales rep information looks great. When logging in with a different account, the corresponding sales rep who assigned to that user will be displayed. Let's move on to another approach. Go to your themes file. Then add the following code. First, create a function for displaying the sales rep information assigned to the current user. This query is to get posts of the sales rep post type that are related to the currently logged in user using the relationship. In there, this is the ID of the created relationship. And this one is to query only data connected to the current user. Next, create an empty variable to store the output data for the sales rep, which will be built up next. This loop goes through each sales rep post returned by the above query. This one is to get the ID of the current post. These lines of code follow the HTML structure as well and display the sales representative's information linked to the current user. It's quite the same with the code we used in the MB views, but use this function to get data from custom fields created with MetaBox. This is the ID of the fields. And this is the slug of the custom post type where we save the sales information. Finally, create a short code to display the sales rep information anywhere when the user is logged in. Now, go to the desired page. Add a shortcode block. Then input the created shortcode here. So you can see all the information of a sales rep display here. Also, we'll add CSS to style this section. I've uploaded all lines of code to GitHub, so feel free to refer to them. Now, on the front end, let's see the final result. The sales rep looks great already. When logging in with a different account, the sales rep specifically assigned to that user will be displayed. So, it works the same with the first method with MB views. Now, just choose the one that feels better to you. That's the end of today's tutorial. If you want to learn more about how to play around with Meta Box and custom fields, custom post types and relationships, please watch other tutorials on this channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to us for more tutorials. Bye.